Welcome everyone to what will be my final NASCAR 21 Ignition video, at least for a period of time. So let's talk about why that is and what it's going to take to bring me back to NASCAR 21. The reason this will be my final NASCAR 21 video, at least for a period of time, is that I need to see more from the developers. We all understand at this point, we've all seen enough of the content. We've seen the game. We know that not only is it severely broken, it lacks basic features that we've come to expect really from any racing game in the last 5 to 10 years, much less the NASCAR specific things that are missing from the games. We know it's badly broken. We know it's missing features. All of that is well understood at this point. So I'm not going to go through a laundry list of everything wrong with this game. We all know what that is. Instead, it is much more fundamental than that. I've decided to stop because my goal from day one that I got early access to this game prior to release has been to play the game, share that with you guys so that you would have the information you need to make an informed decision on your purchase. And I feel like we've done exactly that. You guys have seen all of the aggravation, the turmoil, the bugs, the AI not working properly. You guys have seen all of that along with me up until now. And it's simply to the point where I no longer wish to fight with this game. I have done all I can do to try to search out fun in this game. And that is quite frankly pathetic. We're in the year 2021. This game lacks the very basics that we expect from a racing game 5 years ago, 10 years ago in some respects. The AI are absolutely pathetic in every way that I can imagine. They have no redeemable qualities. You don't race with the AI in this game. You try to avoid them at all costs. And that's what we'll be doing in today's video when we get to our race at Las Vegas. I'll make every attempt to try to get a race in against them, but at this point, I have no confidence that it's going to happen. Look at our last gameplay video. I tried 3 or 4 times. I don't even know how many times I tried. And every time I was getting hooked in the right rear and couldn't even complete a basic 15% race. So for me, if we think about this on a very basic level, I am one of the easiest NASCAR fans to please in these games because I absolutely love NASCAR and have for decades. I absolutely love racing games, simulation or arcade, and have for decades. So this game really doesn't have to work very hard to find some sort of common ground that I will enjoy. Just the basics would satisfy me. That's how much I love racing and how much I love NASCAR racing. But this game has given me nothing but frustration. In fact, just to load this game up and think about playing any game or any race of any sort is a chore more than it is fun. And that's really hard for me to believe, and it's not something that I enjoy saying. I very badly want this game to succeed. Very badly. Because I want to think that this game is good, NASCAR 21 is good. I want to think that that means that NASCAR 22, 23, and so on are going to be even better as they continue to polish. But let's be realistic. What they need right now isn't polish. This game is almost just early alpha in its behavior. In fact, back when I was working with stock car mods for the first R Factor, had we had any sort of AI behavior or overall behavior in the game like this, we would have scrapped it and started all over again. It would have never seen the release as a free mod, much less a paid-for game. So this game at this point is too far gone. So what do I need to see from the developers? Well, I need to see them be serious about actually producing quality content. How long is that going to take? I have no idea. How many patches is it going to take? I have no idea. It might not even happen in NASCAR 21. We might just have to wait and see what happens with NASCAR 22. But at this point, I'm kind of done. So I'm going to wait for the next patch, what I'll call patch 3, because I know they've already got one in development, which honestly, I thought would have been released by now. So I'm going to wait and see what the next patch has included. And then once it's actually released, I'll see what happens with the game. Does the game become at all enjoyable for me? If so, maybe we'll do a little bit here and there like we're doing with this career mode series. If not, I'll wait for the next patch, and then the next one, and the next one, until I feel like there is something for me to enjoy. There's some way to get my money's worth out of the game. That's what I'm waiting for. So what are we trying to accomplish in today's video? Well, we're going to try to have a race against the AI at Las Vegas. Are we going to be able to do that? I honestly have no idea, but I'm going to do what I've done in the last few videos. I'm going to give it 2, 3, 4 opportunities in the race. If it doesn't work out, then that'll be it. And we'll call it a day. And honestly, that would be the most fitting. But I would love nothing more than to go out with some sort of success in this game and be able to complete a race. As sad as that sounds, our goal today is just complete a race. I don't even care where we finish. It makes no difference. I just want to finish. So with that in mind, let's hop over to the calendar. Again, we are on our way to Vegas. So you see our 6th place finish at Homestead, Miami. If you were with us in that last video, then you know I gave it 3, 4, I don't even remember how many attempts that we did at Homestead. And finally, I just had to back out and simulate the race. So today we are headed to Las Vegas. I will not be doing any practice or qualifying. We're going to start in the rear and see if we can survive. All right, here we go. Hoping for a good race. So remember, we take control right about now as we cross the start-finish line.
One down low.
Now, let's see what we got. So I'm using the Logitech G920 wheel and pedals, if you're not familiar from our previous gameplay. Also, I am using the default setup. In other words, just the baseline. I did not make any changes, loose or tight. Wow, that was close on corner entry. So you can easily run this track wide open, 2x2, 3 wide, whatever you want to do. Let's just see what the AI have in mind. This swerving all over the place is something that should not exist for the AI. Again, as I mentioned in the intro for today, I worked with a team at the US Pits on the original stock car mod for R-Factor, the original R-Factor, not R-Factor 2. And we spent, I don't even know how many countless hours I spent working on that, and the team spent working on that. But I can tell you that I know exactly why the AI behaved that way. Because I did some of the AIW files for that. That's simply not driving a smooth path. That's all that is. These are some of the things. Oof, that was a big time slowdown there.
3 wide, 2 outside, car right. All clear. All car right, car right.
So right now I'm essentially just driving around here
2 on the outside, you're 3.
wide open. I want to see if I can get by some of these guys. You can see they're sort of locked together. Oh, yeah, they didn't like me being there. Oh, and there we go. Well, that didn't take long, folks. What do we get? 2 laps out of the way before they hooked me. That's try number 1.
Ready.
All right, try number 2. Here we go for the green flag. This time, I'm going to try to stay on the high side. Again, that is absolutely awful that the AI are behaving that way. There's just no reason for it. It's just not driving a smooth line around the track for them. That's all that is. All right, let's try the high side a little bit. If we have enough speed. I'm not even sure if we got enough speed to hang with them. I really don't know.
1 left. Got 1 low. Still
all right,
there.
Timmy Hill, let me out here. There we
Clear,
go.
clear, clear. 1 left.
All right, I do not want the inside. Whew. These guys, the way they're dodging around. Now, of course, running the top at Vegas is quite fun. I don't want to get up quite that high because I don't think it's fast enough with the car we're in. Now, if we were in a full-strength car, you know, one of the top-of-the-line
Hold clear, clear.
cars, then I could get up there and easily try to run that because we would be able to move toward the front, I'm sure.
You're 3 wide.
But here, oh, that's not good. I heard 3 wide, and these guys are all over the place.
3 wide, 2 down
You
there.
could hear them lift right there. You can't hear me
3
lift,
wide,
but you can
you're
hear
up
them.
top. 3 wide,
All I
2
want
down
to do
there.
is just sort of get away from these guys
2
just a
inside,
little
you're
bit.
3 wide. 1 left, 3 wide. You're up top. 1 down low. 1 down low. Still next to you.
Oh, that is so
Clear,
close.
clear, clear, clear.
These guys just do not give you any room. They don't even seem to care that you're even on the track. Maybe they don't even notice. Who knows? Either way, it is not good. All right, I am running about 3/4 throttle to half throttle down the straightaway there. Easy. I'm trying to coach them.
2 inside. You're 3 wide. Stay
I
right.
just want
Clear.
to survive, folks. And again, we could always just hang out in the back, stay away from these guys, not try to make up any spots. But again, there's no fun in that. So I'm going to at least try. Now, it does look like right now I don't really have the speed to pull out and pass these guys.
2 inside. You're 3 wide. Clear all around.
I'm having to
Clear,
lift
3
too
wide,
much,
2 down there. All right, keep it high.
with all their
All right, 3
craziness.
wide. You're up top. Clear, clear, clear.
Just to try to
3 wide,
survive.
you're
But
up
you can
top.
see, I
Got
mean, when
1
I'm
left,
able to
got
keep the
1
throttle
left. 3
down,
wide, 2
then yeah,
down
we
there.
can make up a little bit of
Still there.
ground.
3 wide. You're up top.
But I just, I don't
3
trust them.
wide. You're up top. Still there. All clear. 2 inside. You're 3 wide. Got 1 left. Car low. 2 inside. You're 3 wide.
Yeah, you can
Still
easily
next to
run
you.
up here.
3
I mean,
wide,
this
you're
is
up
no
top.
trouble at all to run
2
the high
inside,
side.
You're 3 wide. All right, hold your line. Stay
Which is a
right,
shame.
stay
If they
right.
could just rip out this AI and give us the NASCAR Heat 5 AI, I would be a kid in a candy store right now, as far as this goes. Now, granted, we still have plenty of
3
other
wide,
issues
2
to
down
talk
there.
about.
Stay right,
But as
stay
far
right,
as
keep
the
it high.
racing against
Clear,
the
clear.
AI, I would be extremely happy. Because the car's handling is, I mean, we could talk about that later. But right now, I've got very few complaints with, other than the fact that I can't change anything with the setup. You know, that's going to be a constant issue for me, because even if they don't give me access to everything, you know, shocks and springs and all that kind of stuff, at least give me access to some of the things that will change the handling from a loose or tight perspective, and give me that ability. Give me a slider from loose to tight, doesn't cut it. Alright, here we go. You can see we've actually had a couple laps here where I didn't have to worry about the AI. Alright, now we're back with them. Alright, I'm out of the gas there.
Got 1 left. Clear, clear, clear.
I am trying to be so careful right now not to get anywhere close to them, but that is, well, not easy when you're trying to
Stay
pass
stay
them.
Right. Clear all around.
Oh, gracious alive. Yep, he just got completely out of the gas there. Alright, so at least we get some free track time now. That's something they haven't done that bad since the race started. So I was certainly not expecting that. But yeah, still easily wide open when you're by yourself. I can run the top, bottom, middle. It makes no difference. I can run anywhere I want. So from that perspective, no issue. So now we are, I don't know if these guys are just experiencing huge amounts of tire wear. I'm trying to ignore the training that is clearly going on in front of us. I'm really trying to ignore that. But I'm not sure what they're doing, because, I mean, at the beginning of the race, for the first few laps, I was having a hard time passing at the back of the field. Oh, look at that. That is, oh my goodness, what are they doing? Okay, now that I kind of know that that's what they're doing,
Got 1 left.
to an extreme level, I mean, they are way out of the
Got
gas.
1 left. Clear, clear.
They're acting like this is
Got 1 left,
Atlanta,
got 1 low.
and we're on lap 30.
Clear, clear.
Because right now I have experienced, if there's any slowdown from tire wear, it's minimal at this point. Of course, it'd be hard for me to tell because I've spent most of my time trying to dodge them. But yeah, I'm still wide open when I'm not in traffic easily. What lap are we on? 12 of 40. Okay, now they're 2x2 up here in front of us. We know what that's probably going to mean. I am not excited about getting in the middle of this. I want to go to the high side, but again, I am not excited. We're going to do it because, well, this is a race, and that's kind of what you do.
3 wide. 3 wide, you're up top.
Oh, just give me room. Just give me room. I'm going to try to give you room. Okay, or not. Or not. Or not. That's my fault. I was on the same track with you. That's my bad. All right, we'll back up and we'll try it again. This is why we're only using visual damage right now. And speaking of which, should not have given us some damage. I feel like I should be seeing some damage right now. Anyway, regardless.
3 wide, you're up top. 3 wide, you're up top.
All right, if these guys will at least try to spread out a little bit, maybe I can feel a little better. You can see I'm trying to give them every bit of room I can.
3 wide, you're up top.
All right, I am lifting some going into the corners now. Mostly because I am trying not to run up on these guys too fast. Yeah, their corner entry is abysmal.
2 inside.
All right, for that I am lifting.
2 inside.
Oh, easy.
3 wide. All right, keep it high. Clear all around.
Whew,
Got
that was
left.
close.
3 wide. 2 down there. Car
That is
low.
just, I mean,
Still
that'll get the
there.
heart pumping.
Still there.
Folks,
3
okay,
wide.
he's
2
squeezing me
down
out.
there. Clear all around. 2 inside. You're 3 wide. Got 1 left. Good progress so far. Let's keep moving forward. Clear,
Good
clear,
progress
clear.
so far. I don't even know
3
where
wide,
we
2
are.
down there. 2
In the
inside,
field,
you're 3
hello. I
wide.
see the 24 car, so we should be,
2
you
inside,
know,
you're 3
what,
wide.
top 15, 20 at
3
least.
wide, you're up top.
Maybe farther, who knows.
3 wide.
I ain't had a
2
chance
down
to
there.
really
Stay
look.
right. Clear all around. 2 inside, you're
All
3
right,
wide.
give me room,
3 wide,
please,
2
please,
down there.
please. There we go.
3 wide, you're up top.
Oh, I
3
felt a
wide,
nudge
you're
in the
up
back.
top. 3 wide, you're up top.
Somebody got into me.
1 left.
Please don't
3
clip
wide,
me.
you're up top.
Please don't.
Clear,
I'm trying to
clear,
give you
clear.
room, I promise. I'll
3
take hitting the
wide, you're
wall.
up top. 3 wide, you're up top.
I just want to finish the
2
race.
inside, you're 3 wide.
I mean, I'm running this high, and it's a complete non-issue as far as the handling of the car goes. When you see me rubbing off the wall, it's because I am almost in a panic trying to get out of their way.
2 inside, you're 3 wide. You're in the
And
top
hitting the
5 with that
fence
one. Stay right.
is
2
much
inside,
more
you're 3 wide. Clear,
to my
clear.
liking than getting clipped in the right rear. So that's why I'm doing this. All right, if I can get a free moment, I am going to look and see where we are. Because I don't see any cars in front of us. And that scares me about what that potentially means for where we're running. Ooh, easy there, 4 car. Easy there. Had to get way out of the gas.
That's good. Let's
For
try
that,
away.
okay, here we are. A very enjoyable track to drive. Taking the AI out of it. I mean, because you can get right up on that wall. All right, where are we? We are, that's what I was afraid of. We are in the lead. All right, you can see in the mirror, well, at least in the corners you can see in the mirror. All right, let's see if I can go through this corner wide open now that we're by ourselves. Yeah, quite easily actually. So if there's any tire wear from them, I'm not getting it. And certainly not to the degree that they were lifting. Let's see about turn 1 and 2. Yep, easily. I'm wide open, no problem. And if you look in the top left-hand corner, you can see where the AI are and whether or not we're gaining ground on them. So let's see, when we cross the line now, 3.3 seconds to second place. So let's go another lap and see if 3.3 expands or if they're pulling us in. So that was about middle of the track through 1 and 2. I can tell that there's starting to be some grip lost. It's not severe by any stretch. So 3.3 after one lap becomes what? Now I understand we're not on the max difficulty. 4.8, are you serious? A second and a half? So this is one of the downfalls of having these basically random difficulty levels. And I say random because somebody just had to decide what the champion level difficulty was going to be. Instead of giving us numbers, 0 to 100, 0 to 105, 110, whatever, they've given us random numbers. Champion difficulty doesn't mean anything. Somebody had to decide how fast that was. And I would argue that not only, I'm starting to pick up a bit of a tight condition there, partially because we were running down a lap car. Now I'm going to get way out of the gas because I'm not sure where he's going.
All clear.
But remember, we can't change the setup to any real degree. So we can't really make this thing a lot faster or slower for that matter. So the difficulty should have been pretty easy to determine. Now normally I have pretty simple instructions when trying to set the difficulty. I believe the absolute max difficulty, whatever that is, whether that's level 100, 105, 110, 25, whatever it is, that should be faster than anybody can drive it. So essentially you bring in, if you're the developers, you bring in some testers from the community who you know are fast. Okay, their entire point is you give them opportunities to play the game and say, look, we want you to go as fast as you can go. What are your best qualifying efforts? What are your best race efforts and so on? And then that's how we're going to set the difficulty. Max difficulty should be such that even the fastest drivers have trouble winning a race against the AI on max difficulty. That's my preference. I understand that's not going to be everybody's preference, but that's what I would prefer. Because max difficulty, I want it to be a rabbit to chase. I want it to be reason for me to spend time trying to get better at my driving and continue to work on my setup. But since you can't do those things, or at least the setup part in this game, then I have no idea why we're... How far are we actually? 7? It's not sure. It's gotten confused now. We've gotten so far ahead that we're actually catching, oh my goodness, we're catching the back of the field. And they're 2x2. All right, I don't even know where. Have the leaders pitted? Is that what they're doing? We're at the point where we've seen them do that before. And I'm going to admit, right now, I am about half throttle as I'm catching these guys. I really don't want to pass them. Because there is a huge train. Alright, this is... Alright, they've got to be pitting. I don't have any evidence to back that up right now because I haven't seen anybody pitting. Haven't really been looking for it. But I haven't noticed anybody pitting. I am running half throttle right now. Okay, I'm full throttle now. Through the corner. Ooh, I'm backing out of it because I saw them back out. And heard them back out. So okay, what are we doing? What are you guys doing? Are we gonna keep going? Or are you guys done? Or what are we doing?
One left.
All right. Ooh, I don't like this. 3 wide. Get away from that. Get past him. Get past him, please.
Clear.
Okay, good. We survived. Okay, so that was up to about 30 something. Okay, what are you guys doing? I feel like... Alright, there's the 66. We know he's not fast. He started back in the back with us.
2 down there. 3 wide, you're up top. 3 wide, you're up top.
Please don't hit me, please. Please don't.
Stay right. Clear all around.
Alright, half throttle, half throttle, half throttle. Again, I do not want to go to the inside. I have nightmares about what happens when you go to the inside against the AI.
Stay right.
So I
All
don't
right, keep
want
it high.
anything to do
All
with
right,
the
keep it high.
inside.
All clear.
Whew. Okay, we survived. All right, that was 26th that we just lapped there. And for the record, I have not been trying to lap people. I've just been out here sort of gliding along. All right, I do see a few cars in front of us. But yeah, this is scary. That the AI are this far off the pace. At the second to highest level of difficulty. So this is the sort of the random or the arbitrary, I guess is a better term for it. All right, I'm starting to lift now on corner entry. Still not a huge deal with the handling of the car, but I'm going to start because at this point, I mean, there's really no reason to push it. We've got, what, about 8 or 9 laps to go. Yeah, I didn't even have to lift going into that corner. So 3 and 4, I'm still wide open there. Let's see what 1 and 2 does. Let's see what happens if I try to go wide open. Let's try to go to the bottom. That would be the most difficult. Yeah, okay. So we're going to lose the nose. It's too tight to go through there wide open. At this point, who knows? Maybe able to run the wall wide open. Let's see about 3 and 4 this time through. Just to see where the tires are. Alright, you can see we're shoving the nose. Yeah, so I had to get out of it. Alright, there they are. They're pitting. That time I saw that bunch go in. I see several on pit road. I could see just through the window net as I was going by. This time I was actually looking. Alright, so they have pitted. So yeah, strip the AI, get rid of all the code, and if there is any way possible, put the NASCAR Heat code in. I'm not saying it should be as simple as copy-paste. I'm simply saying what you have now is pathetic. This is just no good at all. So there has to be something. And there's been 2 years, and of course R-Factor 2, particularly the oval AI, has been around for a decade longer than that. And oh, Denny Hamlin is going very slow for somebody who has, I know, just pitted fairly recently. All right, you gonna let me go by, please?
Last 5 laps. Clear, clear.
5 laps to go.
left.
Please do not turn me in the
Keep it
right
high.
rear.
All right, keep it
Please,
high.
please.
All clear.
I'm giving you all the room I can give you. You just go ahead if you want to. I'll just be back here watching you run your laps and do your thing. But you can see there, guys coming off of pit road. So now they've gotten all spread out, which is good for us. Yeah, I'm starting to get to where I'm going to have to lift more and more now. But we're 36 laps in. I still don't know why these guys would have pitted. But again, it just shows lack of quality control on this game. Because first time anybody ran a game, we've seen the same thing at Atlanta. We've seen it, well, at Kansas, I believe, as well. But I see somebody trying to pass me, so I'm going to get way high. Probably take a little bit of the wall with me. Just trying to give them all the room I can give them. Alright, I can't be running that wall too much because that's too much fun. And I'll end up just doing that all the time.
Just 3 more left.
That is just too much fun. Yeah, that's okay. I gotta get away from that thing. That is, I told you guys, I've got to be one of the easiest gamers to please. Not because I don't have high expectations, but because I'm willing to accept less. Just give me a decent experience, and I enjoy NASCAR. I enjoy racing so much that I'll just go with it.
Just a couple more here.
And I know that going in. Yeah, I got to get out of this because I'm going to get addicted to running up there by this wall.
2 inside, you're 3 wide. 2 inside, you're 3 wide. 1 left. 1 down low. Still next to you. All clear.
Oh, yeah. That was good. I got right up on it there. Didn't touch it, but I can tell you from past experience, if you get right up on it, I believe it was at Kansas I was doing this. Not when I was recording, but just playing around. But you can get right up against the wall, and actually, if you get the car loose and where it's rotating nicely, you can actually tap the right rear quarter panel off the wall. Not drag it, but tap it a few different times. Oh, well, I'm going to end up wrecking myself here at the end of this race just because I can't pay attention. But you can actually just ride that wall and just tap it lightly as you're going through there, and it is an amazing experience. And there you have it. Oh, look, I unlocked some accomplishments. You guys can't see those on the screen because the Steam achievements don't show up. But, yeah, we survived. I only took 2 attempts this time, but it was still pathetic. As you can see on the screen, because they all pitted, we lapped the entire field. Congratulations to us. That feels like such an accomplishment. All right, so let's go ahead and end the race weekend. And let's head back. Because I don't want to see all the cars that were wrecking, I'm sure, as they attempted to come back into the pits. All right, so view the standings first. Well, with that win, we are driving easily one of the worst cars in the field. And in 4 starts, we have a win and 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s. Yikes, this is bad, y'all. This is bad. And of course, that win is automatically going to put us into the playoffs. Do they have the playoffs in this game? I know we don't have stage racing unless you simulate the game. If you simulate a race, you do get stage points. Well, we as the player didn't because we were in the back. But if you remember going back to Homestead, it simulated stage points. So we are in the lead in the points. And I think that's fairly appropriate for our final gameplay video, at least for a little while. Again, I don't know how long this is going to be. I might be back making videos in a few days. Or it might be a few months. I have no idea. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes. But let's look around a little bit more here. Since this is our last time, I don't care about the legacy. Let's see, reputation. Let's look in there. Who did I run over today? All right, finally, Spire has decided that, hey, 23%, they kind of like us now. And I say that because in the past, they have been among the lower on our reputation scale. But now, JTG Daugherty, they like us. This is 25% is considered high reputation. I don't know how that is, but it's considered high reputation right now. And then we have Chip Ganassi likes us, Childress, Beard. Let's see, who's at the bottom? Richard Petty Motorsports. They do not like us. Okay, Richard Petty does not want to see us in the garage area. He doesn't want to talk to us. He doesn't want to be asked about us. Okay, he does not like us. So clearly, I have had some contact with Eric Jones. Who else doesn't like us? Of course, we know Stuart Haas, Rick Ware. Now, we know Rick Ware doesn't like us at all. They've been hanging out with Richard Petty for sure. They don't like us. Front Row doesn't like us. Okay, so we definitely have some people that are not fans of us. But then, hey, JTG Daugherty, they love us. All right, I'll deal with that. But other than that, I mean, there's not a whole lot to look at here. What about the contracts? Does it give me, we do not have any new contract offers at this time. All right, we're 4 races in. We're using some of the worst equipment possible, and we have no contract offers. Okay, I can deal with that. Might have expected something for next year, maybe some feelers or something, since, you know, we just dominated a race thoroughly. We've done good at every other track so far this season, but hey, we'll move on. So that, I believe, is going to do it for today. That's all I can think of that we need to really view. We've taken a look at standings, contract, reputation, legacy. Again, I don't really care about that. We're not earning very much for that because we're just getting started. But seems like as good a place as any to end it for now. So that's going to do it, folks. When will we be together again? I'm not sure, but until then, that's it for NASCAR 21 Ignition.